Ashley here again. So far we've given you an introduction to our organization, taught you how to stay safe when working at the animal shelter and with the animals, and reviewed with you our customer service standards. Now it's time to plan your volunteer involvement. We know you're anxious to get started, so let's dive right in. Again, welcome aboard and thanks for giving a second chance.
Lesson 4. Plan your volunteer involvement. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify which staff you will be reporting to and what role they play in the WPCAS volunteer program. Name the beginner level volunteer roles and cite how you will be supported in your volunteer experience with WPCAS. WPCAS consists of 5 levels of managing teams, starting with the Municipal and Community Services Director, who oversees all sanitation and recycling, facilities maintenance, fleet maintenance, and animal services programs. The director oversees the assistant director, as well as a veterinarian who works primarily at the shelter. The animal services manager, myself, reports to the assistant director and oversees all the staff related to the animal shelter programs. These include the senior animal control officer, senior veterinary technician, senior animal care specialist, and senior animal care technician. Animal control officers work with the community to enforce animal-related law and ensure public safety. The veterinary technicians assist the veterinarian with vaccinations, spaying and neutering, medical, and health concerns. The animal care specialists greet customers and run the front desk operations such as dispatching and facilitating services. The animal care technicians assist with general care of the animals and the facility. Volunteers are supervised by the animal services manager, senior animal care specialist, and senior veterinary technician. The Animal Services Manager runs all aspects of the WPCAS volunteer program, including recruitment, orientation, ongoing support and supervision, event management, and training. She supervises 2 volunteer team leaders who help support, train, mentor, and supervise specific volunteer teams. In addition to managing the team leaders, she oversees her own teams, including the Communications and Marketing team, Volunteer Welcoming team, and Community Outreach and Networking team. As a new volunteer, you'll be able to join one of 2 teams, the Customer Care team or the Animal Care team. Both are supervised by the Senior Animal Care Specialist. The Customer Care team supports our mission by providing support that promotes animal awareness within the community and education to the public about responsible pet care, ownership, and safety. The Animal Care team supports our mission through direct interaction with the animals, encouraging bonding and responsible pet care. Between now and the in-person orientation, you will have the chance to think about which of these roles you would like to fulfill. Do you enjoy talking with customers about their pet care needs? Maybe you would like to do customer service. Or are you a cat person who would love to cuddle the kitties that need love and attention? In that case, maybe you'd like to be on the animal care team. As you become more familiar with the shelter and gain additional experience and knowledge, you will have the opportunity to move into more advanced level roles. We currently have some volunteers serving in other capacities as well. All of these teams require additional training and a minimum length of service. These intermediate roles are for volunteers who have been with us for a minimum of 6 months and volunteer for a minimum of 16 hours per month. All of these roles are supervised by the Animal Services Manager. Some of these teams you may already be familiar with, such as the Volunteer Welcome team, who may have processed your application, or maybe you heard about the program through a flyer put together by our Communications and Marketing team, or through a Community Outreach team member at an event. Other team members work behind the scenes, like the Communications and Marketing team. As we grow our volunteer program, we anticipate many more volunteer roles to be available in the future. These advanced level teams will require a minimum of 1 year of service with 16 hours per month commitment and include the Community Networking team, the Barn Cat Program team, and the Animal Intake team, which will be supervised by the Senior Animal Care Specialist, and the Vet Clinic team, which will be supervised by the Senior Veterinary Technician. All teams, no matter what experience level, are critical to our mission. Our volunteer program is committed to supporting you through your volunteer experience. We want to make sure you are happy and successful while participating in our program. We'll start with the orientation training, followed by a mentorship with a seasoned volunteer who will assist you in your first shifts at the shelter. You'll be able to attend monthly team meetings, receive newsletters, and participate in Facebook postings, receive email communications on events and updates, receive ongoing support from team leaders, and periodic in-service training on specialized topics from our vet or other staff. We will also provide you with resources and a pathway to leadership development, peer connections, the opportunity to attend team building events, recognition, community support, and finally, if it's a great match, promotion to a new volunteer position.
Hey y'all, my name is Emily and I am a volunteer here at Witham Parker County Animal Shelter. My favorite shelter story involves a dog named Star. A couple years ago in April 2016, this gorgeous brindle pit bull mix came into the shelter and I instantly bonded with her. Every once in a while you get that soul that you just connect with, and this was that soul. I fell in love with her. Unfortunately, she was here for over 2 months and she became urgent, and I was flooding Facebook with her picture and with her video for over 2 days, and on her, what was supposed to be her final day, was flooding Facebook again, pleading with people to try to get her adopted. And I was cornering every person that came into the shelter, asking and pleading with them to adopt her. And finally, the most perfect family came, and they brought their dog, and their dogs got along great, and they adopted her. And I was ugly crying my whole way to the office and through the whole adoption process. And to this day, she friended me on Facebook, and every once in a while she'll send me pictures and give me updates about how she's doing. And they named her Pumpkin, and she is the most perfect happy puppy, and that is my favorite shelter story.
So, are you ready to get started? You can begin by downloading the volunteer interest worksheet and filling it out. Make sure to bring it to the in-person orientation, as you'll have the opportunity to discuss it with others. We can't wait to see you then. Remember, act as if what you do makes a difference, because it does.